Welcome to my backyard. Had kind of a Toy Story kind of sky today. It's been really nice. Today, as I was sitting out here having my coffee this morning, my husband and I were, somehow I got onto us. I don't even know how I got there, but I got onto this song, and it was a song by John Denver, and it was about Colorado. And it wasn't one of the usual ones, and maybe less popular, I don't know, but it absolutely touched my heart. And it just reminded me, my oldest brother passed away 37 years ago, coming up on 37 years. He was only 35 years old, and we found out on a Friday that he had leukemia, and on Tuesday he was gone. And then I got married 2.5 weeks later. That's a whole nother video, actually. But just taking that time this morning, I think we need to remember when it comes to grief, there's no time limit, there's no expiration, and it still will come up. Sometimes it's more gentle. I know, especially early on, the waves would be like sneaker waves. They would be like riptides. They would just come and grab you and knock you down. And you just have to, kind of swim sideways and get yourself out. But this time, this was more of just a gentle, like a refreshing cry. Tears that maybe I would have cried earlier, but didn't give myself permission to. And I just want to encourage you in that today. I want you to encourage you that there is no time limit on your grief. The things that have hurt you, that are painful, there's a way to work through. There's a way to get strong and have the grief live with you without destroying you. I have had a lot of help over the years in navigating all the different losses that I've had and the traumas, and being a mom of a medically complex child. I guess what I want to say is, don't be afraid to ask for help. I don't know that anybody has all the answers, but there's a lot of us out here that are willing to sit with a cup of coffee, have a phone call, have a Zoom call, and just walk you through. These newer parents, if you're newer to this, it's scary. It's confusing. And then you have messages around you, messages from some medical providers even, that try and tell you that these things are, that the condition my daughter has is Emmanuel syndrome. And so many parents were told that what she had was incompatible with life. She's 26. She loves Bob Barker and Bob Ross. She watches TV. She also loves baseball. She's an MLB fan. She prefers the big inning because there's 4 games going on at once, and for whatever reason, she really likes that. But her life is incredibly valuable. Her life she's been a teacher. Some people call their kids with Emmanuel syndrome their guru. But being able to love a child that will never be able to verbalize that they love you back, being able to love a child that you don't know. People have asked me about lifespan. We don't know. It could be any day, and it could be long after we're gone. But in the meantime, we love her. we take care of her. We are challenged. We are learning still different ways to take care of ourselves to avoid burnout. Right now, we don't have a caregiver, so it's just me and Dad. And I have friends that's all they've had is Mom and Dad. And it's a hard thing to learn, but there's ways to avoid burnout. And you do need to take care of yourself. She was in the ICU one time, and I believe it was after one of her heart surgeries. And the nurse finally came in to me and she said, "There's another room over there that has no patient. I'm going to give you some blankets and pillow." And I'm like, "Oh, I want to stay right here." And she goes, "I will come and get you if anything happened." She goes, "You have to put on your oxygen mask first. You are not going to be able to take care of your daughter as well if you don't get your rest, if you don't find that place." So it's kind of been a mission for several years to make sure that everybody who takes care of her gets time to regroup, time to rest. We have been incredibly fortunate to be able to do that. And we're very blessed. At the age of 26, there is no day program that's appropriate for her in our area. So she's home all the time. And it's us right now. We're still looking for another caregiver. And I know the Lord's been faithful and He always sends us one. But for now, we're tag teaming. One of us goes out of the ring, the other one goes in. So that's not necessarily all of where I was going with this video, but this is where we ended up. And that's kind of like, even when you adopt a child, you might think it may go a certain direction, and then you have to stop and say, this is where it ends up. So moms, dads, let me just encourage you today that we see you. You're seen. There are many of us that see you and see the process. And I'm just going to encourage you to look for that option, look for that way to put on your oxygen mask and take a breath. Because at some point we have to get back in it. I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you are not only kind to each other, but kind to yourself. See you soon.